He counted tips at closing time. Coffee rings beside his hand. A jukebox humming half a song. Grease still on his faded shirt. The truck lights rolled across the glass. Rain tapped hard against the sign. She came in from the loading dock, carrying her apron low, counting tips by the truck stop counter. Coins spread out beneath the light. Your tired hands and mine stayed close, while the highway kept moving on. No big plans, no words too long, counting tips till morning came. A paper sack beside the sink, half a pie from supper rush. She laughed about the broken clock, still stuck on 20 after 10. He poured coffee in chipped white cups, steam rising through the dark. The neon buzzed above the door. Nobody rushed to leave, counting tips by the truck stop counter. Coins spread out beneath the light. Your tired hands and mine stayed close, while the highway kept moving on. No big plans, no words too long, counting tips till morning came. The trucker waved and pulled away, rainwater shining on the road. She brushed the crumbs off both her hands and leaned against the wall, counting tips by the truck stop counter. Morning pale against the glass, coffee cold and chairs turned up, but your smile stayed warm somehow. One more night, one more slow song, counting tips till daylight came. The sign went dark above the road, and dawn came soft and slow. He found the card inside his coat, bent from years of factory dust. Lunch pail resting by the chair, raincoat hanging by the door. The heater clicked against the wall. Wind moved hard across the street. She stood there by the kitchen sink, drying plates with both hands. The union card in my coat pocket, old and worn but holding on. Your coffee waiting by the stove, my boots lined up by the door. Hard weeks coming, hard weeks go, but we stayed here all alone. He counted bills beside the lamp, phone bill folded by the jar, a dish towel hanging off the stove, steam rising from the late night soup. She looked up through tired eyes and smiled without a word. No promises and no grand plans, just another winter night. The union card in my coat pocket, old and worn but holding on. Your coffee waiting by the stove, my boots lined up by the door. Hard weeks coming, hard weeks go, but we stayed here all along. He placed it down beside the cup, like proof of all the years. She touched his hand and looked away at snow against the pane. The union card in my coat pocket, still warm from the walk back home. Morning waiting by the blinds, coffee brewing in the dark. One more shift and one more dawn. The union card's still there. The heater hummed till break of day, and no one moved too fast.
He pulled the metal shutters down, counted change into a jar, broken watches in the case, old rings lying beside the glass, street lights shaking in the rain, the radio turned down low. She stopped there by the window light, holding something in her hand. Closing time at the pawn shop window, rain fell soft on empty streets, your coat wet through from walking far. My hands cold from locking up, no loud words, no reason why. Closing time, and you stayed near. A lot lottery slip inside her purse, a cracked frame wrapped in paper cloth. He wiped dust off the counter edge. Coffee gone beside the till. Cars rolled slow past Market Street, like the night was standing still. He asked if she was doing fine. She smiled and looked away. Closing time at the pawn shop window. Rain fell soft on empty streets. Your coat wet through from walking far. My hands cold from locking up. No loud words, no reason why. Closing time, and you stayed near. The last bus passed without a stop, its lights fading down the road. He left the shutters half pulled down and waited in the rain. Closing time at the pawn shop window. Morning gray behind the sign. The glass still cold, the coin's still there, but your hand stayed in mine. One more hour before goodbye. Closing time came slow. The street stayed wet beneath the dawn, and neither walked away.
That old coffee pot was on the stove, blackened at the bottom side. She kept it there through all the years, by the curtain and the sink. Sunday light came through the screen, dust danced in the kitchen air. You stood there holding both the cups, quiet in the morning light. Your mother's coffee pot still sings the same old sound. Steam rising slow like yesterday, filling up this little room. Some things fade and some stay warm, like your mother's coffee pot. The recipe card beside the bread, old stains from years ago. You laughed about the burned toast days and winter by the stove. The kitchen timer clicked away like it always used to do. No one said too much at all, but everything felt near. Your mother's coffee pot still sings the same old sound. Steam rising slow like yesterday, filling up this little room. Some things fade and some stay warm, like your mother's coffee pot. Outside the mailbox flag stood still. A car rolled down the road. Inside the room, the smell of coffee held the morning close. Your mother's coffee pot still warm against my hand. Morning light across the floor, and old chairs by the wall. Some things stay when years move on, like your mother's coffee pot. The kettle cool beside the sink, and Sunday stayed a while. He closed the hood and wiped his hands. Toolbox open by the wall, rainwater running down the drive, a work glove on the floor. She stood under the side door light, holding keys and looking down. The engine ticked beneath the hood like it had more left to say. Waiting by the repair shop garage, rain came down on rusted steel. Your coat pulled tight against the wind. My hands black from turning bolts. No one rushed to drive away, waiting in the midnight rain. A claim ticket in her pocket, coffee cooling by the bench. He checked the tire one final time, streetlights buzzing overhead. A bus stop empty down the block, the road shining in the dark. He asked if she could stay a while till the storm had moved on. the storm was gone, but your keys stayed in your hand. One more minute, one more look, waiting before goodbye. The garage door closed behind the dawn, and tires rolled out slow. She folded work shirts on the bed, window fan shaking in the heat, a plastic chair beside the wall, bills tucked under an ashtray. Street lights blink through half-closed blinds. Someone laughed down in the street. He climbed the stairs with grocery bags, breathing hard but smiling, folding work shirts in apartment 3B, cotton creased beneath your hands, the hallway humming through the walls, my shoes wet from walking home. No hurry in this little room, folding work shirts side by side. A cheap alarm clock on the shelf, still blinking 8:10. He placed the bread beside the sink and loosened up his tie. The curtain moved against the glass, warm air drifting through. No one spoke for just a while. The fan kept time for us, folding work shirts in apartment 3B, cotton creased beneath your hands, the hallway humming through the walls, my shoes wet from walking home. No hurry in this little room, folding work shirts side by side. A siren passed below the block, then faded with the cars. She brushed the sleeve and held it flat, like holding on to peace, folding work shirts in apartment 3B. Morning light through crooked blinds. The shirts were stacked beside the bed, coffee warming on the stove. One more day begins like this, folding work shirts side by side. The fan kept turning through the dawn and carried sleep away.
He turned the key beneath the sign, room 12 at the edge of town. A suitcase leaned against the wall, raincoat dripping on the floor. The ice machine kicked in again, like a train out in the dark. She left a note beside the lamp, folded under the ashtray. The motel key with a faded number, cold against my open head. A hallway light and humming walls, your perfume still in the room. No goodbye and no hard words, just the key and empty sheets. A coffee cup lid on the stand, a matchbook from the corner bar. He sat there by the window glass, watching headlights pass below. The towel still warm from the sink, steam fading from the mirror. Her writing on that folded note said, wait a little longer. The motel key with the faded number, cold against my open hand. A hallway light and humming walls, your perfume still in the room. No goodbye and no hard words, just the key and empty sheets. The neon sign outside went dim, rain slowing on the lot. He turned the key around and round, like time in restless hands. The motel key with the faded number, morning pale across the wall. The room still smelled like cheap cologne, the note still by the lamp. One more hour before the road. The motel key stayed cold. He locked the door and took the key. The road still wet outside.
He swept the steps with steady hands, leaves caught by the iron rail. Sunday coats were gone by noon, only paper cups remain. The church bell rang out one more time, soft against the autumn sky. She stood there by the parking line, holding flowers for the grave. Sweeping steps at the Sunday church lot, dust and leaves beneath my feet. Your black shoes still beside the curb. My broom moving through the wind. No loud prayers and no big words, just the sound of Sunday gone. A church bulletin in her hand, bent and wet from asked if he still lived nearby. He smiled and said not far. Sweeping steps at the Sunday church lot, dust and leaves beneath my feet. Your black shoes still beside the curb. My broom moving through the wind. No loud prayers and no big words, just the sound of Sunday gone. A little boy ran through the grass, laughing near the old stone gate. She looked up and held the flowers, like holding back old days. Sweeping steps at the Sunday church lot, evening falling through the trees. The broom stood still beside the rail. Her flowers laid down in stone. One more talk before goodbye. Sweeping through the quiet light. The bell rang once and then was still. The road went empty slow. My brother's tool belt on the nail, dust along the leather seams. He left it here last winter night, before he took the bus downtown. The garage smelled of paint and oil, rainwater on the concrete floor. I picked it up and held it close, like hearing his old laugh. My brother's old tool belt, still hanging by the wall. Hammer marks and rusted clips, holding all the years we knew. Hard times came and broke us down, but this old belt stayed on. Rusted thermos by the bench, half-filled screws inside a jar. I found his note beneath the rag, said he'd be back by spring. The window shook from passing trucks and dust moved in the light. I read it twice and looked outside. The road was still the same. My brother's old tool belt, still hanging by the wall. Hammer marks and rusted clips, holding all the years we knew. Hard times came and broke us down, but this old belt stayed on. The dog barked down the alleyway, clouds rolled over town. I tightened up the broken shelf the way he used to do. My brother's old tool belt, still warm inside my hands. Morning light across the nails and sawdust on the floor. One more day to fix things right, like my brother used to. The belt swung slow against the wall, as daylight filled the room.
Letter soaked beside the bench, ink running down the page. The bus was late past midnight rain, streetlights trembling in the puddles. He picked it up with shaking hands, read the name and stopped. She stood beneath the bus stop roof, looking down at empty shoes. The rain-soaked letter by the bus bench, words half gone, but still enough. Your hands cold from holding on, mine wet from the pouring sky. No one moved when the bus came near, just a letter in the rain. A bus passed Ben inside her coat, coffee smell from paper cups. He read the line she almost sent before the water blurred them out. Cars rolled by on Harbor Street, spraying silver in the dark. She asked if he still felt the same. He looked but didn't speak. The rain-soaked letter by the bus bench, words half gone but still enough. Your hands cold from holding on, mine wet from the pouring sky. No one moved when the bus came near, just a letter in the rain. The bus doors opened with a hiss, warm light spilled on the road. She folded up the broken page and slipped it in her coat. Rain-soaked letter by the bus bench, morning pale behind the clouds. The bench still wet, the street still cold, but both were standing close. One more ride or one more stay, the letter held between us. The bus pulled off into the dawn and left the street behind. Pull the chain above the sign, neon fading one line at a time. Bar stools upside down on wood, beer rings drying by the edge. A jukebox still played half a tune. Glasses stacked beside the sink. She stayed late to count the tabs, apron folded in her lap, turning off the neon at the corner bar, colors dying in the glass. Your hands warm from washing cups, mine cold from locking up. No one left but me and you, turning off another night. register sat open wide, loose bills folded by the tray. He wiped down the counter slow, the rain blowing at the front door. Her coat hung by the broken hook, shoes tapping on the tile. She laughed about the old sign buzz. He said he'd miss that sound. Turning off the neon at the corner bar, colors dying in the glass. Your hands warm from washing cups, mine cold from locking up. No one left but me and you, turning off another night. The street was wet and shining black, cars rolled soft past Cedar Lane. He held the door and watched her leave, then stood there for a while. Turning off the neon at the corner bar, morning pale behind the dark. The sign was dead, the room was still, but your laugh stayed in the air. One more night gone rolling by, turning off another light. The key turned slow inside the lock, and silence filled the room.
The payday envelope sat there next to bread and paper bills, a dish towel hanging by the stove, steam rising from the soup. She counted out the grocery list while rain ran down the pane. He came home with tired shoulders, work boots wet from mud. The payday envelope on the kitchen sink, not much, but enough for now. Your hands folded over mine, counting what could wait till next week. No big dreams, no easy roads, just making it somehow. A broken chair against the wall, the heater rattled in the cold. He took his coat and hung it up by the screen door near the hall. The radio was turned down low, just enough to hear. She smiled and poured another cup, like every Friday night. The payday envelope on the kitchen sink, not much, but enough for now. Your hands folded over mine, counting what could wait till next week. No big dreams, payday envelope on the kitchen sink. Morning light across the room. The bills were gone, the coffee warm and quiet stayed between us. One more week and one more try. The payday envelope gone. The heater clicked and held the cold till morning warmed the glass. She leaned out by the side door rail, cigarette burning in her hand, white shoes marked with hallway dust, a night shift badge against her coat, rainwater running by the curb, ambulance lights fading low. He pushed the mop down the long tile hall and stopped beside the door. Cigarette smoke by the hospital hall, drifting in the midnight air. Your tired eyes and shaking hands, mine wet from mopping floors. No big talk, no easy words, just the smoke and silent rain. A coffee cup on window ledge, cold from hours left behind. He wiped the rain from both his sleeves, the hallway buzzing overhead. She laughed and said she missed her bus again this week somehow. He offered her his extra coat. She smiled and shook her head. Cigarette smoke by the hospital hall, drifting in the midnight air. Your tired eyes and shaking hands, mine wet from mopping floors. No big talk, no easy words, just the smoke and silent rain. A baby cried down room 12. A nurse walked by too fast. The smoke burned down to ash and dust, and both looked toward the dark. Cigarette smoke by the hospital hall, morning gray across the glass. The rain had stopped, the floor was dry, but neither moved just yet. One more breath before the day. The smoke was almost gone. She dropped the ash into the can and walked back through the doors.
brown paper bags against his chest, milk and bread and apples too. 3 flights up with heavy steps. The stairwell smelled of bleach and rain. A light flickered over floor 2. Keys rattling in his hand. She opened up before he knocked, holding towels from the wash, carrying groceries up the stairwell, breathing hard and laughing low. Your hands reaching for the bags, mine tired from the long way up. Simple things and simple nights, carrying life back home. A soup pot boiling on the stove, window open to the street. Kids were shouting down below. The TV humming in the room. He set the oranges on the table and wiped his face with his sleeve. She poured him water from the sink and brushed his shoulder once, carrying groceries up the stairwell, breathing hard and laughing low. Your hands reaching for the bags, mine tired from the long way up. Simple things and simple nights, carrying life back home. A siren passed and faded out. The window curtain moved. He looked around the little room and felt the whole world there, carrying groceries up the stairwell. Morning sun through cracked up blinds. The empty bags beside the chair, the apples shining in the bowl. One more climb and one more day, carrying life back home. The hallway stayed quiet after dawn, and coffee filled the room.
The wristwatch stopped at 4:30, tucked away inside your apron, grease stains on the diner floor, coffee burning on the plate. He sat there by the counter edge, watching rain slide down the glass. She pulled it out and laughed at him, said time quit long ago. The broken wristwatch in your apron pocket still spilled beside the till. She wiped the table near the door. Raincoat hanging by the hook, the jukebox blinked a tired blue and hummed a lonely tune. He asked if she still wore that watch. She smiled and slipped it back. A broken wristwatch in your apron pocket, still ticking in my mind. Your hands warm from pouring cups, mine cold around the change. No one hurries out tonight when time don't move at all. The rain slowed down on Harbor Street. Cars rolled through the puddle lights. She leaned across and touched his hand, then turned to pour one more. The broken wristwatch in your apron pocket, morning close behind the rain. The clock above the door moved on, but yours stayed where it broke. One more cup before the road. Time stayed still tonight. The diner lights went dim at dawn, and coffee lost its steam. He pushed them up through empty rows, paper cards left on the chairs, coffee stains along the tile, numbers still up on the board. A heater hummed against the wall, rain tapped soft on painted glass. She counted out the drawer alone, keys hanging by her side. Mopping floors at the bingo hall, water shining under lights. Your shoes slow across the room, mine wet from working late. No big win and no big loss, just another Friday night. A church flyer by the door, folded from a tired hand. He leaned the mop against the wall and stretched his aching back. She laughed about the lucky man who missed the final game. The hall was quiet after 10, only rain outside. Mopping floors at the bingo hall, water shining under lights. Your shoes slow across the room, mine wet from working late. No big win and no big loss, just another Friday night. A chair scraped soft across the wood, the heater clicked again. behind the glass. The floor was clean, the lights were low, but your coat stayed on the chair. One more night and one more song, mopping through the dark. The keys turned slow in both our hands, and rain stayed on the road.
Your coat was wet from walking here, river moving black below.
I saw your truck down by the bend, headlights fading in the fog.
My hands still cold from driving far.
Two bells on the passenger seat.
My shoes were soaked through from the rain, but I stayed beneath the bridge.
Long road tonight,
Long wait for you.
two voices by the river bridge, water running through the dark.
Your hand found mine beneath the rain.
My coat wrapped around your shoulders, no big words, just standing close.
Two voices
In the midnight wind.
The bus stopped running after 10.
So I walked down River Lane.
The diner closed an hour ago.
Coffee still inside my cup.
I kept your letter in my coat.
Folded near the broken seam.
I kept your picture on the dash.
Faded from the morning sun.
Hard nights behind, long roads ahead.
Two voices by the river bridge, water running through the dark.
Your hand found mine
Beneath the rain, my coat wrapped around your shoulders, no big words, just standing close. Two voices in the midnight wind.
I almost drove right past this town,
I almost let you go for good,
but here we are beside this water.
still holding on somehow. Two voices by the river bridge, morning rising through the fog.
The river moved, the sky turned gray.
But neither stepped away. One more hour before the day. Two voices by the river bridge.
Stay a little
Till the sun comes up.
She found it by the washing drums, silver cord beneath the light, soap smell hanging in the air, clothes spinning in the heat. A plastic chair beside the wall, coins warm in her hand. He walked in carrying his shirts, ring still on his coat. The lost earring at the laundromat, shining on the tiled floor. Your hands brushed mine, reaching down, the dryer's humming through the room. No one rushed to leave that night, just waiting on the spin. A laundry token in his hand, work jeans folded by the cart. She laughed and said she'd lost that thing 3 weeks before in rain. The window steamed against the streetcars passing in the dark. He asked if she remembered him. She smiled and looked away. The lost earring at the laundromat, shining on the tiled floor. Your hands brushed mine, reaching down, the dryer's humming through the room. No one rushed to leave that night, just waiting on the spin. A child cried near machine 4, soap bubbles on the floor. He placed the earring in her hand and stayed till clothes were dry. The lost earring at the laundromat, morning light through cloudy glass. The machines were still, the floor was clean, but your smile stayed around. One more load and one more chance, the earring back with you. The dryer's cooled before the dawning, and steam faded away.
Climbed the ladder by the rail, bulb shaking in the storm, raincoat dripping on the porch, toolbox open by the chair, the screen door creaked behind him slow. Wind pushed through the yard. She held the flashlight in both hands, keeping light on him. Fixing the porch light in the rain, water running down the steps, your hands cold around the beam, mine rough from turning screws. No one else out on the road, just us in the weather. A broom leaned by the corner wall, mail stacked on the window ledge. He laughed about the blown out fuse. She wiped rain from her face, the dog barked down at Cedar Lane. Cars rolled by too fast. The light came on and warmed the porch. She smiled into the glow. Fixing the porch light in the rain, water running down the steps, your hands cold around the beam, screen. He climbed back down and took her hand, standing in the light, fixing the porch light in the rain. Morning breaking through the clouds, the bulb still burned against the gray and lit the empty yard. One more storm and one more night, the porch stayed bright for us. A ladder leaned beside the wall, and rain began to fade. Ferry horn cut through the fog, coffee steaming in paper cups. He leaned against the iron rail, suitcase by his shoes. Water moving dark below, morning cold against the bay. Pulled a coat around her arms, watching boats come in. Last coffee at the ferry dock, steam rising in the gray. Your hands warm around the cup, mine shaking from the cold. Coffee and the tide. A ticket folded in his shirt, salt wind blowing through her hair. The loudspeaker called boarding time, seagulls crying overhead. He looked out the moving boats. She looked down at her shoes. The ferry lights blinked in the fog, neither moved too soon. Last coffee at the ferry dock, steam rising in the gray. Your hands warm around the cup, mine shaking from the cold. No loud words before goodbye, just coffee and the tide. A rope knocked soft against the wood, the engines came alive. He took her held it long before the final call. Last coffee at the ferry dock, morning breaking on the bay. The cup was empty in her hand, the ferry pulling wide. Before the road, the horn blew once into the light, and fog rolled